Drew at the fucking rave. It's your boys. Welcome back to Happy Hour, Quick Sixer Podcast. It is your boys, as they say, Pat Artist, Drew Pasley. You know, coming at you from the L.A., Nashville. Here we go. We got a special guest dropping in, Drew. But until that time, we got to introduce why he's dropping in. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, please.
So go ahead. I'm going to move that mic. Oh, popping that swag, though. Popping that swag.
It's your boy. Hold on.
Oh,
Get
shit. Go ahead and hit him with the turn. Oh, damn. That popsicle. Yeah. So this episode is sponsored by Indie Brewing Company, straight out of the Los Angeles.
I love that.
And we got a bunch of beers. So
Yeah, we do.
we're going to show them all real quick, just so, because we're not going to drink them all. So this is Find That Juicy Double. This
Nice.
That double dry hop India Pale Ale at 8%. You know, your boy. Well, you know,
Pat
your boy.
loves
I love
them
how it's
big
got it's got that color tone from the Jordans. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. With the design.
Yeah, I think it's called dinosaur skins or something. Some shit like that. I don't know. But anyways, hit us with what you got, and then we'll crack these bitches.
All right, I got that Pacific Coast.
Ooh.
It's your boy, the Highway. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
This
I like
boy,
that.
this that 4.5 Cold style ale. I'm I gotta be able to stay conscious throughout this whole thing. You know, Pat loves to do that 8%. Get real hype.
Yeah. You know, your boy,
But,
your boy.
I got this one. I'm excited about it.
I've been doing this thing too, where I don't really drink throughout the week. So it's like,
Yeah.
when the weekend come, bro, these
It's
one or two's going to take me out. You know what I'm saying?
And it got the indie craft little logo on there
Oh,
too,
yeah.
so it lets you know it's real indie. And you get the design on draft. Ooh,
Oh, damn! I just broke your damn earbuds, didn't it?
I know. Ooh.
Ooh,
I
the
had
smell
that-
on point.
I had that crunchy, like, you know, that like old
yeah,
style, like,
You just crushed some bones with that one.
yeah.
The bone crusher.
The bone.
What was that dude's song? Make you say it. No.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you pouring in
damn.
glasses. I don't do glasses.
I know.
I'm gonna just take a little sippy sip.
Oh, damn. I just want everybody to look at this YouTube version so you can see this golden double dry hop.
Yeah, this is a Kolsch right here. That's a Kolsch.
All right, so me and Drew, usually sometimes this doesn't happen, but sometimes it does. Me and Drew got a bunch of different kinds of beers. So we're just going to show them real quick. We don't know which ones we're going to get to. So either way. Drew showed you the Kolsch. I got that one too. This one, that Del Rey My IPA, right? Ooh, that's that 6.5 IPA design on draft joint. That's what's up. I like that orange. It's kind of the same label as the blue one, but
yeah.
And here's the other one I got. I got this Constructing the City Double Dry Hop Hazy IPA. This that 7.3 though.
Oh.
You know your
That's
boy
nice.
gonna love on that.
All right, so I got this Alliance DDH
cool.
IPA right here.
With that double dry.
So
you know.
You know what I'm saying? The double dry. Indian Pale Ale 8.3. Your boy gonna get destroyed after this. This kind of like some R2D2 looking ass can. But I like it. It's kind of like it's kind of like R2D2, some kind of bullshit like that. But it's cool. This other one is, I think it's Quintet. Oh wait, Quintet.
Okay.
So
what does
it's
that
a
say?
5-year anniversary DIPA. So dry. Yeah. And this boy is first off, it's a DDH double hazy Indian Pale Ale. That's one thing. Fuck me. And then the boy, can't tell if it's a 6 or an 8. I think it might be an 8 alcohol content. So We
What's
gonna
it
have
called? I'm gonna look at it real quick. What's it called again?
It's a quintet, dry hopped,
Quintet.
and they got this Sabro, Galaxy, Strata,
Oh,
Strian Wolf.
damn, he having a hard time.
Dude, I don't know how to read, bro.
Oh no, quintet. It's an imperial, imperial double IPA. It's an 8%, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, I like this design. I mean, I can't really.
I mean,
It's
it's good
hard
you
for
like
me-
it.
It's hard for me to read when things go like down like that.
Oh yeah.
But that's just me. That's like people can read that if you're a normal human being.
I mean,
Your boy, very far from normal.
yeah. Well, a Styrian cardinal is not an easy word to read. I'm looking at it right now. Sabro, Galaxy, Strata, Styrian Cardinal, and Styrian Wolf.
Oh,
Damn, it says you're gonna get a tropical escape for your taste buds, bro.
I love that.
Bro, can we talk about this stone fruit? I ain't never heard of no stone fruit before
Yeah.
drinking beers.
Mm-hmm. I heard of it, but I don't fuck with it. I don't know anything about it.
This is this is the second episode in a row we had motherfucking stone fruit beers. I don't even know.
Do you had a stone fruit beer another episode?
Yeah, no, not last episode. I was
What
like,
it taste
what the
like?
fuck is this? Good? You know?
It's good. I don't know
You
what
know,
it is. I don't know why you're
even-
trying to.
Bruh, I just learned about there's snails that live on volcanoes. Do you hear about this?
No.
I seen this shit during the week. I was at
But
work
them
and I
boys
saw,
fiery as fuck.
bruh, they got iron shells.
That's what I'm talking about.
Bruh, I was telling Meg, me and Meg made up this whole dialogue for it, trying to come at
Yeah.
you. It's like a baby kaiju, you know what I'm saying? It just comes for you. We're gonna say that's how my toes got welded together.
Oh fuck.
When we have kids, and we're gonna tell them that's what happened. A little baby snail got pissed off.
Oh,
And he
damn.
welded my bitches together. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. I thought you was gonna say you stuck it in a volcano.
No. No, we're gonna say that old boy came up and tried to get me. You know what I'm saying? You know they be going slow as hell, these snails.
Mm-hmm.
But
You can't like, what they gonna do? You know, when the lava starts overflowing, they just
yeah, bro,
Or
they
they
just
get
go up, they just get iron. You know what I'm saying?
their shells get bigger, full of more lava
I don't
iron.
know. That shit, bro, look it up. That shit is legit iron. It's crazy.
That's
anyway.
crazy. That's crazy.
Maybe I'll throw up a picture of me, my face on an iron slug for the Instagram. Maybe I'll do that.
Alright.
Anyway, bro, that juicy double though. That Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah.
This shit. This shit
It
on
pop
point.
off?
This shit on point.
Well, tell me what it tastes like real quick.
All right.
Oh, that boy
Hold
swigging.
on.
Your boy swigging. Oh, don't gargle it.
It's fire. That's what it tastes like.
Oh,
It
nice.
tastes like fire snails.
Oh,
Fire
damn.
snail. Not the fire snails, bro. Let me see what I'm gonna bet these hops is in it, but
Yeah.
I don't even know if it
Them
says
fruit
on here.
boys. Juicy.
Yeah, find that juicy double. You know, I'm gonna look real quick.
You know, we
Bruh.
love us some juicy J.
I love
Juicy
it.
doubles.
I love it. Oh damn, you love the juicy doubles?
I don't.
Oh shit.
That's
No,
why I
s-
think.
You know what? I was gonna say orange marmalade because that shit is in here.
Yeah.
Notes of apricot, red papaya. Bro, there's red papayas? I didn't even, bro, what is up with all these fruits that people just don't even know about? And then the people that do know about it are like, we're going to make beer with this.
Yeah.
What's
I feel
up with
like
that?
I feel like every time we get a new sponsor, a new beer coming in, it feels like we are coming up on the next new thing. Remember when we had the jalapeno beer, like things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that? People are trying to find that new thing. That's
Yeah.
good. That competition is good.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of papaya and some shit, though. Isn't papaya that fruit that smells really bad
I don't know.
when it's raw?
I don't know. You know your boy don't mess around no raw papayas on a daily basis.
Well, you know, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about that indie brewing company.
Let's go.
It's 4 main dudes: Connor Forbes, Kevin O'Malley, Morgan Keller, James Mancuso, down in that L.A. Go check them out. 2350 Sunrise Street, LACA 90023.
Nice.
Their tap rooms are open, Thursday through Sunday. Go check them out in the evenings, mostly Saturday and Sunday, 1 through 6. You can order beer on their website, which is pretty cool. If you live in the LA area. They got blogs, bro.
Turn your messages off. I hear them. They be all in my ear. You can't turn them off? Damn. Stop the share sound then.
Oh, hold up. You know what? I will turn it off. I'll just
That's good.
close that email. How about that?
That's what you need to do.
Yeah. Work be hitting me, bro.
No, bro. It's weekend. Come on.
I know it's some bullshit in it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, though, they got all sorts of shit, bro. They got a blog. You can hit them up if you want to. They got tasting room, newsletter, all sorts of shit. You can get gift cards. Dude, bro. Gift card to a brewery is the best present.
That's what you want for Valentine's Day, huh?
Oh shit. No, I told you guys. I talked about it on the show. I got one for one of my favorite breweries here for Christmas for my in-laws, and I was like, "Damn, this is the best present you bitches ever got me." I was like, "That's just fire."
Yeah.
There's still a little bit in the fridge from it,
Dang.
but bro, little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ripped through that.
I ripped through it, but the thing was, I got a full I guess it's 24 16-ounce cans from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think two to 4 of those can packs were 10%ers. Bruh, you want to get on a different level. Go ahead. Anyway, our homie knocking at the door yet?
Nope, not yet. He got a couple minutes.
All
But
right,
anyway,
okay.
what part of LA did you say the brewery's at?
This shit looks like where the 5.
Huh?
I'm gonna look at a larger map. This is somewhere like where the 5 loops. Oh.
Damn.
Bro, this is Pico Gardens kind of. So where the 5 and the 10 kind of meet.
5 and the 10.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's like east.
5 and
LA.
the 10 and the 101, like where all those meet.
Yeah. So it's like
It's
what? Echo?
downtown.
Like downtown?
Yeah, it's downtown.
Ooh, downtown, my old stomping ground.
Yeah.
Oh, the boy wants to come in.
Oh, he does.
Boy wants to come in.
Oh shit. Go ahead. I mean, are you ready?
Go ahead.
I think we can let the boy in. Let the boy in.
Let's go in.
Go ahead and welcome your boy Ryan Cassidy to the show.
Oh, what's going on?
What's up, dude?
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, bro.
Hey guys,
it's good, dude. How are you doing?
okay, sweet. Good. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, you too, man.
Dude. But introduce yourself real quick.
Yeah.
I'm Ryan Cassidy. I go by Design on Draft on Instagram, and currently I do the creative direction for Indie Brewing in downtown LA.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's what's
we
up.
already have some open, so
Yeah. We're already going for it.
I got the Voila from Indie right now. It's a kind of like a mixed fermentation saison. It's like tart and really nice. I love it.
All right.
All
right.
Is that and so? This is one of their designs of their shirt you got on right now.
This is one of mine. It's actually for another company that I work with in LA called Hopped LA. It's like a kind of like a blog, but more like a lifestyle brand and like a community building tool. We do like release radars, and like now we're starting to partner with independent like tap rooms in different places to do like box releases. So like this one was our first box where we like I think we got 12 different beers from different breweries around LA, and basically just sold a bunch of boxes of these different beers, so everyone could try different beers from different breweries. And then we
Nice.
include a limited edition merch item with the box. So this is that shirt.
Sick.
Sick. That's super. Oh, we got 2 guests, don't it?
Yeah, look at that.
Who we got?
Yeah. I didn't even notice she was in the frame. Yeah, this is my little girl.
Well, it was weird at first because they weren't moving at all. It just I
Yeah.
thought it was a statue or something.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Got you.
I was like, bro, there's something behind you. You might want to check. But let's see. I can turn on these headphones a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, we did a little intro to Indie Brew.
Yeah.
I'm out in Pasadena. You guys like Indie Brew's downtown, is that right?
Yeah, downtown. Technically, like Boyle Heights, so like just outside the Arts District.
Yeah.
Mm.
I used to live 6 in the Spring, and we would go to Arts District a lot. And they got a couple breweries down there, a couple of good ones down there. But that's
Yeah.
dope, man.
That's what's up.
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, I've been going to Indy, I think, for like almost 3 years, but I've only been working with them for around a year. So I really kind of built the relationship there with like knowing who they were in the first place, and then also one of my friends. He goes by Crush Quest on Instagram. He works for Other Half now in DC. He just moved out there to start a job, but he worked at Indy as the sales guy, and so he kind of got my foot in the door, essentially.
That's cool.
Yeah, once I started Design on Draft, it's been like I guess just over a year since I started Design on Draft. So yeah, when I started, I had a passion for the scene, but it's hard to break into anything really, like design or any other scene really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't know where to start. And in my past experience with graphic design, it's always like people, even if you have the skills, people are hesitant to hire you if they can't see something
Oh yeah.
exactly what they need in a sense. And so Design on Draft, when I created that, a lot of all the breweries before I started working with Indie, all the breweries on my page are all just made up. I just make up. I would like brand.
Like a spec.
I would like make an idea for a brewery, and I would brand it and make a logo and everything, and then I would make labels for that brewery, so that
sick.
I could just build on that.
It's
And,
like that's like the equivalent of like an actor making a reel. Like just like doing a scene that they wrote just to like
right, exactly. Yeah. It's like, and you like do all the production and everything. So it's just like I had to have something to show people what I could do.
Yeah.
And so once that took hold, that's when I started talking to more people, and that's when the indie opportunities opened up and everything.
So
what's
like
up.
this is yours? You designed
Yep,
this?
that is the little pin.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
sick.
The pins are sick.
Is
what
it
about
weird?
this?
Oh yeah, that's me too. So
Yeah.
anything that you guys have really is going to be for me. There's only I think one label that we still have that we're using that I didn't design. And we have a version that I did design. We just haven't run out of the previous labels yet, so we're still using.
I want to see that Jordan colorway at the bottom. I see you, bitch ass. I got you. I know.
Yeah, I love that. Some people are it just like the colorway kind of just screams that like '90s vibe, and other people are like, "Hey,
I know where that came from. Yeah.
Exactly. I was thinking about doing another colorway because we keep releasing that one, and I didn't realize we were going to do it. But I want to do like an infrared colorway or like a different Jordan colorway.
I know this boy gonna go straight up get them Yeezy colorways too. I know it. What was that red one? That red one that came out and everyone was like, oh my god. Yeah. How are you gonna give you a red October Juicy Double?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
Definitely.
Is it weird seeing your art everywhere, like on pins and shit, or like is it like relieving?
It is a little of both, I think. So like before I got into beer design and stuff, I've been in like streetwear and music, like merch design for a long time. So I used to go to shows with my friends, and I would always make like us little packs of stuff like pins and necklaces and like one time I made like glasses that had like prints on the lenses, like because we would go to like concerts and like raves and all the different types of music festivals, and so
Yeah.
I would make us all stuff so we were all like matching while we were
That's what's
when we
up.
were there. So I think now it's a little different seeing it like seeing strangers with it. And
Yeah.
so that's a little is in a sense it's like relieving because it like gives me a sense of you know
Like you're
I
doing
guess
something right.
Like accomplishment.
yeah
Yeah.
Yeah.
accomplishment, there you go. But it is cool. I mean, working with indie especially over the last year and just with them and help them sort of like push boundaries within their brand, it's been really nice to hear people like I go to my local shop a lot here in Culver City. Shout out Hilo on Washington, and they're awesome. I've been going to them since they opened, and they, I have friends that work there. My brother used to work there, and I always hear people saying, they're like, oh, when people come in and talk about indie cans, they always talk about the art now, and it's nice to hear that from people. That people are like, oh man, I bought this can just because it looks cool. And I'm like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. It's
that
like a wine
in a
bottle.
sense, like right, exactly. It's like in a sense, I like obviously I want them to like the beer also,
Mhm.
but that's not on me. That's on their taste buds.
Yeah.
It's like
Sure.
I love to hear when people are like, oh yeah, I bought that because it was the cooler looking can. That is
Yeah.
something that I definitely like to hear.
It'll definitely make a difference. So you said that the stuff that you put on your page was mostly fake, but it's one of them I know is not a fake brand.
Right. Which one?
That I am 8-bit.
Oh yeah, no, they are not.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so and what page was that on? Was that on my Design on Draft page?
No.
Oh, see,
Boy, a deep dive on your ass.
I was like, who is
I
this
was like,
man?
hey, man. No, that was a. I mean, obviously, no, they're a video game production and merch production company. One of my friends out here works for them or used to.
Okay.
And he got me in the door there. So, but I only worked for them for like 2 months. They had a couple projects, and then they had some like employment shift and COVID and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, that makes sense. But I was thinking like
just on my Design on Draft page, and just before I started working with indie, any brand after that has been real stuff. I started working with a lot of other people.
I was thinking because we're talking about can labels being like, I'm gonna grab this just like a fancy wine bottle or something.
Yeah,
that's another company. If I saw, I'd be like, oh, that looks sick. I might buy that just because of the labels.
Right.
But
I feel also like we discuss labels every single time we get a beer sponsor, anything, because it is a big part of it. Like, I totally agree with that dude who said he bought your beer just because of that label or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's like alluring. Like you gotta like win people over.
yeah,
I feel like because there's like so many indie beers. Like there's so many craft beers. Like which one am I supposed to choose? Well, I'm gonna choose the one that looks the dopest.
yeah,
Right, exactly. And like the thing there is that you're never gonna get everyone, but like subconsciously and consciously you'll get people because of certain things. Like the can you're drinking, the Kolsch, it rings with Dodger fans, and so like people and like I have friends in the Bay who I've sent the cans to, and they're Dodgers fans because they're from LA, and they like freak out just because of the can. And it's like it's a Kolsch, it's super crisp and good, but it's they love it because of the can first and foremost.
Yeah.
I totally thought you were going the other way. Like they won't drink it because they're Giants fans.
Oh no! I mean, there's probably a couple of friends up there, but no. Specifically, I have 2 friends that are from LA or they're Dodgers, lifelong Dodgers fans, so they love it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. So, being in design and stuff, you said you wanted to talk about. Well, we wanted to talk about a little bit how you transitioned from just doing like your own stuff into like thinking, maybe I should work with like a brewery. Like when was like that click? Like, oh man, I think that my shit will apply to what they're doing.
Well, so before I was freelancing for a while, just like independent, like I guess like I am now, but I was like fresh off of a job. I had worked at the Whiskey A Go Go in Hollywood for 3 years.
Yeah.
I did all their graphic design for 3.5 years, and just getting out of that job, and I was like trying to like push my freelance stuff more and more, and I went to school mostly for branding. So that's why I do like so many logos and branding projects and stuff. So I was trying to push into that, but like it's a really competitive market, and it can be hard when you're an independent designer to land branding gigs. When they are for like bigger companies, they look for like even small design firms of like 5 to 10 people that are going to handle a project versus like one person. And after trying my luck at getting into design firms, not being able to, I was kind of just looking for a way to apply design. And I'd been doing a bunch of stuff for Crush Quest, my friend I mentioned earlier. And I was just kind of like, why don't I try and do something for beer? Because I'm obviously getting more and more into the scene as I was, it was starts with one beer, and then before you know it, you're an aficionado, I guess. So,
Yeah.
or a self-proclaimed one, but yeah. So it just kind of shifted, and that's when I thought like, man, I would love to do something for indie, and that's when Aaron was at indie, and basically he like mentioned it, but because they hadn't seen or didn't know what I could do, even though they know I'm a designer and then he says I'm good, it's not the same as seeing something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so that I guess was the clicking moment. It was when he was like, yeah, like when I could tell that the conversation was just at a stall because they needed examples. That was the moment when I was like, you know what, I think I need to like try and push into this more. And so I forget even how long it took me to come up with the name, but it took me a while. I went through a couple different versions of stuff and then landed on Design on Draft.
Yeah,
And
that's a good name.
yeah. Thanks. But yeah, then it just sort of took hold, and like I said, I just started sort of making up premises for different brewery ideas. Some that were like easy to brand, like an 80s inspired one, or stuff like that. And so then the labels kind of would fall into place also, vintage for that one, or some. So yeah, I had one that was doing like metal logo or metal labels, and that gave me the opportunity to draw like a bunch of hop names just in like death metal letters.
Yeah.
So like, it's just like sometimes when these ideas hit, they just, it just like makes sense. And when that happens, I can't not put it down. And so like, even if it's not going to be something real, I still put it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there was even a series that I was doing for this brewery, and we did a Tiger Army like rip for the label. And the bassist from Tiger Army like commented on the label and was like super stoked on it. It's like, dude, I'm sorry this isn't a real beer, or I would send you some and we probably would have had to contact you for licensing, but But yeah, it's or probably not, knowing the beer scene right now, but still, it's it's one of those things. But that moment was really cool. Like my friend and I like flipped out. I was like, dude, did you see this happen? It's like, it's cool to get recognition from the people, because like I didn't put it together thinking like, oh man, maybe they'll notice me. It was just like I was putting together a punk series, and like I was like, I could do a Tiger Army one, and it just made sense.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
it was pretty sick.
It was pretty cool.
So you're also the social media manager for Indie. And we definitely, I know you brought this up in our emails and whatnot, but wanted to talk about how social media affects companies and how it can either like help grow or kill your audience, basically. Like, what do you feel like is like the thing that, I don't know, people need to do more or less, or I don't know. I keep seeing, there's a lot of the same shit. Like a can, somebody's pouring a fucking beer, like, and it's just splashing everywhere. That's like the go-to right now for every company.
Yeah, it's I forget his name. Oh, he's got it down right now. He's doing all the product shots for. I guess he used to live somewhere else. I want to say like Beer Breath on Instagram. But he's doing all the shots for like Brewery West and a couple other places in LA right now, and they're insane looking because he shows you the process. He sets up the camera and he'll drop stuff in the glass like 6 times and get a bunch of different splashes, and he'll Photoshop those splashes together. So the splash you're seeing isn't even a real splash. It's like
that's pretty cool.
Photoshop madness. And like it's really cool to watch his process videos. Honestly, it makes me like I think I'm good at Photoshop, and then I see
and then you're like, this guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna quit. I quit using Photoshop.
I swear.
No, it's there's a lot of trends that you can see in social media through beer pages, because like a lot of it is just pages looking at other pages for influence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you'll see like trickle, and not the same kinds of like trends and stuff as like meme trends and whatever else.
Yeah.
But you'll see trends trickle across beer Instagrams, and like it won't be like 20 on the same day, but if you are someone who pays attention to it and sees the patterns, then you're definitely you'll notice. That's for sure. And so like I think it's about finding a voice for your brewery, that's, I guess, like neutral but unique, because like there are breweries that, I guess because of their name or because of their mentality, they go like with the personality of the owner, or the however the owner feels or whatever that may be. But I think, finding that voice and finding the consistency that works for you and for your audience is really the key, because like not every brewery needs to post 4 pictures a day, but like, so you know what I mean? And like most don't, but like they do it because they either have a lot going on, or
they think they have to.
Or they're trying to reach the most audience, because like 4 posts a day is optimal for growing an audience, because that's like basically you're hitting all core hours, because you'd be releasing during the morning, like, and then a second, then a third, then the evening. And so like most people or most pages will do like 2 posts a day, or even just 1 on their like at their peak, whenever their audience is on. So it just depends on like doing that, and it also depends on like having someone who knows how to look for those things and who knows how to do those things. Because there are like ways to run social media where you're posting a bunch of content, but it's not hitting your audience because you're not using things that are there. And I'm not talking about 200 hashtags every post, but like, like there are hashtags that you can use 10 hashtags and it could be just as powerful as 200, because if you're using the right ones for your audience, then you're hitting your audience. You know what I mean? And if you follow those hashtags, also you like the pictures from other people, like interaction also matters, because it matters to the algorithm. So it matters on how often you pop up on other people's feeds or in the suggested posts even. So all that stuff matters on content and involvement. And essentially that's why I started taking over stuff for Indie when I did, because I had been working with them for a long time already just on graphics. And, they were, as a company, they were running the social media, but it was just everybody helping when they could. Yeah. So by no fault of their own, the consistency was lacking because it was, so many people doing it. But with having a central unit running it, then you can have things like everyday post or frequent comments and replies and reposts and all those things. Because like, if the bartenders were working and they didn't have time to be on their phones, and the owners were either also working or possibly at home with their families, who don't need to be sitting on their phones for 2 hours at home. It's like just anything like that, it can get in the way. And so having someone independently do it is the way to go. And so like when places, I mean, like, I don't know how a lot of other breweries do it around LA. I only specifically know of 2 other ones who like have outside help run their Instagrams. And I only know that because we've connected over other things. So they're involved in the scene, even though they're removed from the brewery, they're still pretty involved. And so, it's interesting to see, and like I pay attention to it way more now. The consistency of posts and different things from breweries. I mean, breweries that post. There are some breweries that seriously I think post like 7 pictures a day, and it's like it can be like really repetitive and like, I mean, definitely not going to throw anyone under the bus, but I've used the mute button a lot.
Oh shit!
I
I muted your ass, huh?
I mean, like. It's like, I mean, like, and I know I'll say this because my personal page, people probably won't see this, but like, there's a lot of friends on my personal page that I've muted because like, we're just like old friends, but like, they don't post any content that's something that like I need to see. It's just more so like that weird feeling where you're like, I really don't want you to notice that I'm not following you. But I don't want to see your stuff anymore.
Or like the super awkward when like somebody like in comments like, yo, did you see so and so's post? And it's like something serious and you're like, fuck, I unfollowed them a long time ago.
Right. And they're like, wait, why'd you unfollow them? And then you have that.
Dude, God forbid it's one of those ones where you have to ask permission, like a private account. You're just like, no, I'm not gonna look at it. Okay. Fuck it.
So I've almost unfollowed accounts. Like I've been like, like if I've had a couple beers and I'm on my phone, I'll like just I'll go on a muting spree. And so like if I choose to like unfollow one and it's like it's a private account, then I'm like, I'll just mute them. It's fine.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, so I'm gonna kill this, and Drew just cracked open that Del Rey.
Ooh, yeah, the IPA Del Rey.
Mm-hmm.
That one was super fun. Because so you're drinking like what I refer to as like the standards.
Yeah.
So like that's why they have that look with the half.
They're the everydays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. There are consistent ones like if we're running like so our other like the Voila that I have and stuff, those are our seasonal, I guess you would say, but it's like when we brew a saison or we brew a sour, we'll brew that one, then once we're like selling out of that, we'll brew a different kind of sour instead of the same one. And sometimes we brew the same and we'll do it again, but like they're usually different, but these ones those are the ones that go out to distribution more often and all that stuff.
The daily rotation. So,
right.
I like to play this game.
Ooh, it's gonna be.
No, actually, fuck it. So Drew had the 2-1. You know what?
You ain't gonna let him pick.
I'm not gonna let him pick, but I'll let you pick, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna cheat. So just go ahead. Right, left, or middle.
Wait, what?
Right, left, or middle?
Right.
No.
Middle. Then I was gonna pick middle. Would middle
all right, middle was the correct answer. So
Mother. I was like, well, I'm a middle child, so maybe I'll pick that. I was like,
See, I sensed it. I knew what you were gonna do. I just knew it's gonna be middle, so might as well just. Yeah, no. Drew already had the Kolsch and the Del Rey, and so just to mix it up and show as many as possible, I'm gonna do that Constructing the City.
Yeah, man.
A double dry hop hazy 7.3. Oh boy.
Yeah, almost. It's like on the cusp of a double. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's one of the. It's like I never know what to call a double, and I actually have never asked, so I'm kind of embarrassed to be saying this out loud. But I don't know the cutoff, so it's like when you're above 6.6, but you're below 8. Like I've seen ones where it's like still a single, but it's a 7%. But then like this one is 7.3 and it's a double. So it's like I never really know the cutoff.
I mean, it's hard to say. I know you can't see it, but legit, I have never cracked a can in my whole life of any beverage that has been as full as this fucking thing. Like it's like
Hey, we
legit.
packed those cans.
Maybe I can hear it. Look, maybe you can look at
Oh,
it.
damn. I see the boat.
Oh wow, yeah, it is to the
It's
rim.
in the fucking rim. Like I've never, not a soda, nothing, not even a bottle. You know what? Bottles of water are basically the chip bags of water. You know what I'm
Oh, they
saying?
definitely are.
That shit is like you get 20% that already cut off the top.
Damn.
You know,
At least 10. At least 10.
this is that rare chip bag you get. You know, you're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, I got
Didn't
all
put
the
any air in
Doritos
that.
on this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get all the nacho cheese in this motherfucker. But
So that label, I did like a rough mock-up and sent it to the owner Morgan, and just a digital mock-up, and he was like, "Oh man, I love this idea!" Like, and he was like, "I like, what if we did more of like a paper mache sort of look?"
yeah,
And so that I made that. That's like a real
Oh.
in real life. I like hand painted a bunch of construction paper pieces, and then
And
ripped
then-
them all up and cut it up and like wheat
That's what's
pasted
up.
a cityscape together, and then
that's pretty
Photoshop.
cool.
Oh, that's
that-
cool.
That's pretty fucking
Yeah.
cool.
That's the first. I mean, that's my only label that's like all. It's just a photograph basically. I mean, like the information on it was digitally put there,
Mm.
like the beer info, but the name and all that stuff, that's all just wheat pasted right on.
Nice.
I'm about to.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun. It took me
Took
much
you a while.
much longer than any other label. I'll tell you that much. waiting for wheat paste to dry. I was like, what is going on?
All
here?
right. So this shit says notes of bright pineapple, lime, and unripe mango. I don't know if I ever fucked with it. We've been talking lots about weird fruits. I don't think I've ever fucked with a unripe mango before. But-
I actually asked them about that too because I
Really?
had to put the description on something, and I was like, "What's up with the unripe mango?" Like, I was like, "Isn't that a bad thing?" Like,
Well,
I don't.
and then it says tastes like candied mango apricot with a sharp lime finish attached to a subtle bitterness. Super easy drinking. Bruh, hold on.
Hold on. See, like I never know how to write tasting notes that sound like that because like I just don't.
Oh, there he's swigging it. He's swigging it.
Oh,
No, this shit.
she's thrown up
That's
there.
like that might be the most accurate description I've ever had of a beer.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's weird, but like the pineapple and mango, for real.
right.
And I don't know about this apricots, you know what I'm saying, but
I think
whatever.
that
The
some of
lime though.
the apricot taste comes from that like just sweet with the bitter.
Well,
and
I'm just saying I don't know about apricots because I don't really fuck with apricots, you know.
Right.
We don't really fuck with apricots. You know what I'm saying?
I know me either because I don't like their taste. So
That's what I'm saying though. Like, but this is the weird thing. We were talking about earlier before you got on. We were talking about there's some other shit like stone fruit. Who the fuck even knows about a stone fruit? And it's
Dude.
like, you know what? Beer, stone
Dude.
fruit.
I know. Well, okay, so I'm waiting to see it pop into a beer. I was in Hawaii. I went to Hawaii for the first time 2 years ago, I think. Maybe 3 now, for my friend's wedding. And dude, they have this like, I guess it's a fruit. God, and I'm blanking on the name right now. But it's like an ice cream. It's called like ice cream something, and it looks like an extremely large green bean, or like
Like a plantain.
edamame, like an
Oh.
edamame. So it's like really large, and there's pods in it that you can see, and you eat those little pods. First of all, they're like fuzzy, and it tastes like ice cream.
Like a baby kiwi.
Like I don't know. It's like, oh God, I need to look it up, man. It seriously is the most ridiculous.
What's this thing called?
I gotta look it up. I forget.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't
naming
remember.
it baby kiwi from now on.
Oh.
Here we go. Baby kiwi beans. That's what it is. While you look that up, we're gonna talk about some nostalgia. So
Nostalgia.
nostalgia. So oh, you got it?
Oh no! I said let's do it. I'm always,
Okay. So nostalgia. So we were talking about reference labels and nostalgia going too far, right? We're gonna get into that, but all right. So the last episode, which is out right now, and go check it out if you haven't. At the end, we started talking about some Nickelodeon shows. Turns out, us talking about that shit made my phone trigger some ads, right? And Are You Afraid of the Dark is there's a new Are You Afraid of the Dark on right now.
Yeah.
Just released yesterday.
Whoa.
Yeah. Bruh, I brought up this Salute Your Shorts episode because we were fucking with the guys down at Carl Strauss with Zeke down there.
Oh yeah, yeah. First of all, the Are You Afraid of the Dark looks terrifying compared to what we used to watch.
That's what I was about to say. So that's exactly what I was about to say. So I brought up this episode of Salute Your Shorts that's fucking terrifying. Okay, it's called Zeke the Plumber, and bruh, go ahead, hit your Google right now while I'm telling you about this. Zeke the Plumber. Look at this shit. I'm telling you. This will give you fucking nightmares, bro.
Okay. Can't get off of it.
I can't, bro. Can you? I know your bitch ass hadn't slept in a week.
Okay, side note, it's funny you said plantains because these things are called the blue Java bananas or ice cream bananas.
Okay.
So,
Ice cream banana.
Back to Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah. So I was looking at I swear I thought this Salute Your Shorts episode was a Are You Afraid of the Dark? So I was like, fuck, all right, all this shit's on streaming now. I can just go through every episode and look and see. It'll definitely be like the screenshot or whatever. So I'll just go through all of them and I'll find the thing. Because I was trying to show my wife, I'm like, this shit fucking is still in my brain, okay? And I went through every episode, bro, and nothing. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I look and I'm like, Salute Your Shorts, though. Huh. And so I look at it. It is the 3rd episode in the 1st season of that show.
What?
Yeah. And I was like,
scary episode?
dude, it's terrifying. It's terrifying.
I can't imagine that show being scary.
That's what I told him when he told the story.
I know. But go ahead and check out last episode. I've pulled up a screenshot of this man's. And, bro, if you've ever seen the episode of The Office where fucking Dwight shaves off the face of that dummy, that's what this man's looks like.
I love that.
Okay. All right. Picture that man's in the forest chasing you at night. Okay. That's what this was.
One time my friend sent me a picture of someone who had a calf tattoo that was Dwight wearing that fake face.
Nice.
Dwight going like turning around with the face on, and they had that tattoo on their entire calf.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
I was
That's a
like,
commitment.
bro, yeah, exactly. But like hilarious commitment.
Oh, dude, I would do it. Honestly, I would do it. For real.
Right.
But yeah, so first of all, is Nickelodeon going too far with scaring young children's?
Dude,
And
I'm telling you, I was afraid of Are You Afraid of the Dark with the episode where the guy microwaved his comic because he spilled soda on it, and the guy came to life.
yeah, like what are you doing?
Like, I read comics. This isn't cool.
Yeah, like what if I want to microwave? You know, that used to be a thing in skating. Like skateboarders used to microwave their shoes to break them in, and used to microwave them for like a minute or whatever to break in the sole so it would mold to your foot quicker instead of having to break them in over time.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and bro, if my shoe came to life and started eating on my foot,
Oh, damn. Oh,
Exactly.
it might have already did.
bro, I can't even lose any more toes. I can't lose any more toes, my dude. I can't.
So, but that was going into what? Nostalgia is what we were trying to talk about.
So nostalgia, what the fuck? Like Nickelodeon's like, all right, I guess we'll give
So,
up on all this bullshit and bring back this like nostalgia
Dude,
shit.
I mean, Saved by the Bell is back on Peacock. It's like 3rd season of Fuller House, and like, dude,
that's crazy.
the nostalgia is hard. It's hitting hard everywhere because like it's in a sense it's a guaranteed audience, and like this can segue into beer. But
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what we're going to loop it back around.
Right.
Where do you think people are bringing it too far?
Right, talking about nostalgia in general, it's a hell of a drug because it literally transports you. You know, if someone did like Are You Afraid of the Hops? and they put it on a can, instantly when you see it,
You're like,
oh man,
Yeah.
boom. You know what I mean?
shit.
So
Yeah.
take that idea and put it literally anywhere, with, and then now we can, go into the beer scene. There are breweries that base their entire brand on references. And like, I think that's where I've always split with people and logos and ideas and all that stuff. I was told my friend, like, because my friend Crush Quest, I've done like, without exaggeration, I think I've done like over 100 logos for him, but they're like, a lot of them are just bootlegs that I just like, I'll just take someone's logo and make it say Crush Quest instead. Like,
Yeah.
he has one that's, it's the Costco wholesale, but it says Crush Quest instead. Like, so like, but he also has a main logo that I made like through however many years ago when I met him. But like, so like his main logo that he uses for like real stuff is a real logo that I made him. That's like all, like, I guess, independent. It's not a reference to anything. And then he has all these other logos that he can use that are all references. But like, there are some brands and people that want to base their entire brand on references. And like, that's where I split with the whole design aspect and like nostalgia being a thing that I like give into, because like I love it too. And like, I've done a bunch of labels that have been like, references or like nods to things. And like, I mean, there have been a couple that we've done, at Indie that we've even gotten like cease and desist for that,
shit.
were that like, essentially if they tried to take us to court, they wouldn't win, but neither would we, because we couldn't afford to go to court. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, we change, like I always do, because I went to school for design. So I know about, I guess, like design law a little bit, and I stay up on certain things. And so for reference and parody, you have to change certain aspects of it. That's what parody law is for artists. Obviously, there's a ton of details, and it goes into way more things that we could talk about. But essentially, you have to change enough of it, or it has to be an independent source and not directly referenced. So for a couple of the graphics that we did that, nodded or were references to other things, all the fonts were, not direct matches, and I sourced the images independently, and I like created the vectors and everything on my own instead of just using a photo of whatever we were trying to do.
Yeah.
And so if we were to go to court for certain things, and like, we wouldn't have gotten in trouble, but it's also one of those things where like, you don't really want to have to do that. So when companies send a C&D, which I've received like in my independent days as a designer also, because I used to do merch for shows. And so like a couple of my projects got out there like into the public. And I had like agents and managers from artists like contact me like, hey man, you need to like stop producing this. And I was like, hey man, I'm like making these shirts for like 10 of my friends. It's really chill. Like, I'm not trying to sell 200 of these online or anything.
Nah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think now, with, I don't know, this past year has just seen an explosion of references in my mind. Like, and to the point where they're just like blatant, you know what I mean? Where they just literally, I mean, like, I'm trying to reference specific things, but I don't want to throw people under the bus necessarily. But like, there's just, labels that like they'll reference a specific type of like product that also comes in a jar, but they won't change the image. They just change all the text. So it's like if they want to make like a peach, like something, they'll take like a peach jam, and they'll just take the image of the peach from the peach jam and put it on the beer, and then they'll change all the other text, and they act like, oh, we made a reference label, and it's like, is that really a reference? Like, you threw it's like when people put like they make a Notorious B.I.G. beer, but they put his face on it. It's like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
might need
Yeah.
to settle some things out with that
right,
one.
exactly. So like recently, oh man, recently I got into it twice over WAP imagery that breweries.
Oh, all right.
So like, uh,
Please describe said imagery.
yeah. So specifically, I mean, like, and this, yeah. So specifically, it was Evans Brewing and Pretentious Beer Co. So shout out you guys. They know me well now. Now they'll know my face. But
Oh
yeah,
shit.
they, I don't want to talk ill of them because I'm sure they're good people. You know what I mean? When it comes down to like being a person, but it doesn't take away the fact of like being so out of touch that you use the imagery or likeness of a prominent figure of feminism for sales of beer.
Oh,
You know,
was it
like
RGB?
No,
what?
no, the
Was it
the
RGB?
WAP.
No,
Oh
WAP.
fuck.
So,
Okay. My bad.
Cardi
My bad.
B and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. No, I thought I was thinking some other shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah. No. So like this like Evans Brewing specifically, it's like they are on that sort of tip where like the beer they released after this one was called Govern Hater, and it's like got Gavin Newsom riding a devil looking Gavin Newsom riding the California bear. The harness he's using over the bear is a mask over his face. He's then got California in his hand and it's on fire.
Oh
It's like
shit.
so out of control. And so like they're like not about social justice, they're not about like feminism, all that stuff. And so like,
Yeah.
but they used, not only did they use a reference, so there's another brewery in LA called Party Beer. They just put out a WAP also, but theirs has an actual cat on the can, and it's sort of not a reference other than the abbreviation, but it's called Wet Ass Pilsner. And like, it's like, whereas like I don't necessarily think it's like it's a little too late to be referencing that and putting it out as a new beer because they just released the beer now. But like it's one of those things where it's like they didn't go as far as these other places did. So Evans put out this beer and literally just had a tracing of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion like on it. That was it. There was no like, they didn't change anything. They didn't like, it was just a tracing of these two women who definitely have nothing to do with the beer scene. The song has nothing to do with this brewery. They're like, all these things are just like red flags for me. Because like, there's a difference between creating a Saved by the Bell looking beer and using someone's face to sell your beer. You know what I mean? Like, using a woman's face in a provocative manner because they put out that and like I had so many people on me after this because it happened with Evans. It happened with Evans, and like there was all this blow up, and I like one of the brewers ended up contacting me because she is a Latina and she was getting like thrown under the bus because she's like lighter skinned, so it was like a whole she was like, hey, like people are like getting mad at me even though like I'm not involved. And I was like, all right, well, so like I had to like intervene and like apologize because I did feel bad, like I don't want to create it, but it was one of those things where it took off because of the commenting that happened after I had started it. And that kind of got settled, and then fast forward like 2 months or something, and then Pretentious Beer, they put out an image that was I guess never going to be used on cans is what they said, but they put out an image for their tap room and on their Instagram, and it was like a wet ass pastry stout or something like that, or wet ass but like they use, and they the thing with, or wet ass pie sour something, but the thing with theirs is that they put it was Cardi B, and they put like a piece of pie, like she was gonna eat the pie. And I was like, all right guys, now not only are you here, but you're making her do something else. I was like, this is not chill. So I called that one out immediately also, and like that got reposted to Worst Beer Blog. That one, like,
shit,
that one took off. Yeah, that one got a lot of things. And then like, so they ended up taking down the image, apologizing, and they like renamed the stout. and they posted a picture of this. A lot of my friends sent it to me, and they were like, "Yo, are they ripping on you?" Because like, it was this like doofus looking pie, like a pie contained, and it was this like doofus guy, and he was like writing down all this like dumb stuff that people complain about the other label.
Oh my
And so
god.
like we're like, hey, are they ripping? Like, is this supposed to be you? And I was like, hey man, I hope it is. So like, because like,
Fuck.
you know, I wasn't like
Bruh.
targeting people
You
again.
stirring some shit, ain't it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, like, I've never been shy with like standing for things like that, because like, you know, even when you see people came onto my page and they started like ripping on a bunch of, or trying to rip on a bunch of my designs. So like this one dude came down the list, just tons of comments tagging everyone that I had referenced on all the fake labels that I made. So all the so he went far enough back in my feed that he found all the fake labels that I had made, and he started tagging all the people that I had referenced. And so like I made one label
fuck.
I made one label for this brewery that is on Fairfax that's not really there. And so it's like a streetwear themed brewery. And it's just a red can, and it says Simcoe instead of Supreme in the box. And so like he commented on that. Oh yeah, nice Supreme rip. I was like, I was like, dude, the fact that you don't know that this is Barbara Kruger in the first place is all bad. But, you know what I mean? It's like you can't argue with people when they don't know those things. So, like, I try not to as much as possible, but I just, there are certain things in the scene now that I just can't really stand. And when it's, like when you create something that looks like something or is a reference to, I mean, like the last two labels that I had done for indie prior to this last month were hopefully the last two that I'm going to be doing any type of like reference for anything on, because I kind of talked to them about it, and I want to push our brand into a more like unique and original direction. And so for any of our like seasonal releases and stuff, we're going to start doing more of the like independent looking things and not so much trying to reference to names or anything like that. But the last one we did, or one of the last ones we did was one that was called Treats, and it looked like Whoppers. It looked like the
Whoppers. Oh yeah. Shit.
So like, and that was an idea from my the brewer, the head brewer. His name's Steven. He homebrewed this recipe, and he was like, bro, it tastes just like Whoppers, so we like got to do a Whopper label. And I was like, all right man, let's fucking do it. And that was before all the stuff started kicking up on the pretentious beer and all that stuff. Once I started kicking up more things, I was like, hey man, I should probably start putting my money where my mouth is, and like not use references at all. But it's like, so then they came to me with wanting to do a West Coast, one of the last ones we released, and it's called Intellectual Hopperty. Just kind of picking fun at the idea. And I didn't know what to do for it, and I was like, bro, I don't want to create like a reference to something, like it's not what I'm trying to do. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna like make like a box to put all my references in. And so like I'm the intellectual part of it looks like an ammo box, like a military ammo box. And then the label part that says intellectual, each letter is from a different logo, but from like random ass shit. Like the I starts with like IBM, and then like the N is from like the Wolverine logo, and like it's a bunch of like random ass stuff. The E I use from like this band, the 1975, like ridiculous stuff. Just like from things that people are gonna be like, what is that really even a reference? Like, and I just pasted all those together and drew them really shitty, and then put that on. And I was like, this is it. This is our like tip of the hat to like
everything
to reference.
Yeah,
exactly. So it was a fun little project, but I think like now I think because you see with labels, like the people that really exceed for labels, like as far as people remembering it's the artist that does what they do. And the thing about that is that I've always been more of a graphic designer and less of a like style artist. I've never found a style of my own. I've always just been able to be like a jack of all trades sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so I think now I'm going to try and sort of develop some sort of a style to be more concise with certain brands so that you can develop that look, because like, you know, each brand, even if you have sort of, you know, the like labels that we have or whatever they may be, it's always, you know, it always looks like that brand, or it should. And I think with the future of labels, I think that people are going to start going toward that even more. Because if you think about like Anchorage, Ruse Brewing, there's a bunch of breweries that are up and coming or that are already established. They're like, people are like, oh yeah, I buy their beer because their art is sick. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
There was like, I mean, Anchorage for sure. I mean, like some of their labels, I'm just like, yeah, what is that beer? A barley wine? I guess I'll drink it, dude. You know what I mean? But like the label's just so sick. I like, you know, it's like, it's one of those things where, you know, and like, then you have the heavily marketable labels like Great Notion.
Yeah.
Dude, I visited Great Notion. They have so much merch. They have a coloring book.
That's pretty sick.
So like
this is what we do with shit. Like, so, all right. So I'm not going to show the notes. So I turned the page, but like, we have this notebook that we keep all of our show notes in, and I put, you know, they give you that little tab to keep your bookmark.
Yeah, nice.
That's your boy.
Yeah.
But what we do is like Carl made this one, the Make Beer Not War one, and this is what we do with the labels that people send us. So like, Crosstown Brewing in Memphis did this dope ass one.
Oh, that is sick. I've never heard of them.
Dude, Crosstown's sick, like super sick. What? But we do a bunch of cool shit. Like we keep all of.
Bearded Iris, I have that sticker.
Oh yeah, Bearded Iris is local for me, so.
Oh really?
Yeah,
dude, they were good. I met them at Juicy Brews when I was out here in 2019 at Brewery West.
We just keep.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. I wish I had my fucking notebook right now, but I'm like in between moving around. But that's what I do. That's what I do in my drawing notebooks, so that I can draw with markers on one side. Yeah. So I only put labels on one side, like on the bottom of the pages, so I can draw and marker and Sharpie and do whatever I want on the other side. So my book, dude, my last book has got to be, without exaggeration, like 4 pounds heavier than it was because of how they were in it. Like almost every single, dude, almost every single back page is stuck with like 4 labels.
This one, we've commented on this one before. This one's my favorite one ever. Oh fuck me. Hold on, I'll back it up.
Dude, I'm trying to get us to get into like doing some reflective stuff. That's so funny.
Hypnotizing Minds. Yeah. Juicy IPA from Beale Street Brewing Company.
See, I never heard of that.
This one's sick.
Cool.
But
dude, the only time I've gotten to do any type of reflective stuff was when I worked with Three Sons out in Florida.
Nice. Three Floyds, you say?
What?
You say Three Floyds?
No, Three Sons.
Oh, Three Sons. I was like, Three Floyds, a brewery?
Yeah, Three Sons out in Florida. Dude, there's 3. I mean, like, there's like my friends and I always make. He was like, "Yo, you should make a brewery called like No Sons or like something." There's like 2 sons, 3 sons, 4 sons, 3 brothers, 2 brothers, 3 Weavers is about 3 daughters of so it's like there are so many breweries that are just like in Florida. There's 3 sons and 3 daughters brewing just in Florida.
Three Weavers is a brewery.
Yeah, that's what I said. Three Weavers is a brewery here.
Okay.
So the story behind that name is that Lynn Weaver, the original, her daughters are the 3 Weavers. That's the name.
That's
Didn't
what's
they
up,
sponsor
though.
us? Didn't we get a 3 Weavers?
No, we've talked to 3 Weavers. They TBD on that.
TBD.
Yeah. No, there was some shit. Maybe they invited us there and we couldn't go. I don't know.
Oh, something. I mean, like, yeah, they're good people. Crush Quest worked for them also. That's why I know them so well. And I actually don't know her position. Alex.
We're
We
gonna,
say
have to,
this.
we're gonna have to have this man's on the show. This man's you keep talking about.
This Crush Quest.
Dude,
Yeah, this
no,
Crush
you
Quest.
definitely do. He's.
Go ahead and hit your boy up.
Send you beer.
Huh?
And he can send you beer because he works for Other Half.
That's
Well,
what
you know
I'm
that
talking
that
about.
that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll put in a good word for you guys.
go
Alright.
ahead and hit up your boy and tell him what's up, and then we'll have an episode with him too, and then we can compare notes and see which one of you is bullshitting us more.
It'll be him that's bullshitting more because he's got the job he's got to keep. You know what I mean? Like, can't get in trouble. I mean, I guess I could get in trouble.
I never reference my job on this show. Yeah, at all.
I gotta grab another beer.
Okay.
Well, I'll say,
This shit.
dude. Wait. Oh, you get that quick fridge, huh?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Well, so right now my
Damn, you in a hotel, ain't it?
yeah my computer is set up in my living room.
Oh, okay.
nice.
So like my fridge is right there.
Okay.
Nice.
It's about to say, fuck. Oh, hold on, let me grab mine.
Oh, you
Looking
get
at-
So right, I was just like, hey, let me crack a beer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, see-
No, Drew usually
gotta
got
do
that
this.
cooler or whatever.
But now.
Hey,
Yeah.
oh, he's got the brand,
Yeah.
the embroidery on the cooler. It's
Yeah,
just-
you know, that's a down south shit you got right there.
Yeah.
Everybody embroider everything down here.
Hey.
Drew's
See,
from the
but we've
deep
been talking about this
Mississippi.
every single episode. The fact that you mentioned all these people, the fact that you're talking about all these breweries, that you know them, and they're good people. We always talk about how crazy the network is with all of the indie
Yeah.
brewing. Like everybody that's craft brewing, everybody that's small time, like they all know each other. They're all riffing off each other and doing a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that you say that because I was just gonna say so. Alex from Three Weavers, she knows like who, and I met her, you know, through Aaron through Three Weavers. She knows my friends in the Bay because they used to work at the same bar. R.I.P. Beer Revolution. They closed a couple months ago, but same bar in Oakland, Beer Revolution. They worked there together. My friend Jason, who used to be like a college roommate. He's the husband of one of my old college roommates, and he's the head brewer at Fieldwork now in the Bay. So
Nice.
like, you know, I know him through like from living in Santa Cruz, and like, you know, I used to have it before I even liked beer. He used to try some of his homebrew stuff, and you know,
Yeah.
of course, I like hated it because like I didn't know what beer was at all. So I was like, you know, he was like, "Hey man, you want to try this amber ale?" And I was probably like, "Sure." And like, you know, but like, it's just crazy. Like when I met Alex here in LA, I was like, "Oh yeah," you know, like I was talking in a sense, sort of like this, talking about people that I know, and she was like, "Oh, you know Jason?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know Jason." She's like, "Oh, we used to work together at a bar in Oakland." And it's like, just that little connection right there, that little circle happens thousands and thousands of
That's
times
crazy.
over in the community.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
just-
we do. Like our first hookup was Mumford Brewing. No, was it? Yeah, it was Mumford
Yeah.
Brewing. So the Mumford brothers down in downtown LA.
The
Oh, yeah,
Mumford
I
Brothers.
or
Yeah.
I've met Peter a few times.
Have you
I don't
met
know if
Todd?
you-
Todd's always the dude that's hooking us up.
Who?
Todd.
Oh, yeah.
Mumford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we emailed both of them, but at the same time, they've hooked it up. This last go, we did a show with them for happy hour, this show, and we were like, hey, we're doing a new thing, and they were like, all right, what do you need? But like last time, not the case. They were like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come in here, and we're like, all right.
What's-
Sick.
What's funny
Like-
is I feel like even though we explained everything to them and told them what we're doing, it still felt like they didn't understand what they got themselves into because we did the first episode. We were like, you know, sponsored by Mumford Brewing. We did this whole thing for them, said all the stuff about them, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they texted Pat, and they
Yeah.
were like, "Sponsored by." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Bro, you said."
One episode right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're literally promoting your beer for you.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's no monetary shit. Like, that's what it is.
Exactly.
You know.
Right.
Like that's the best. I think that's the best part of this of like what we do is like we bring in some like breweries and really try to promote whoever we can. But it's like if you can give us stuff to drink on the show, we can talk good better about your brewery.
Yeah, I mean it's just the conversation. This conversation could happen between the three of us right now without you guys drinking indie beer, of course.
Exactly, but I mean it's more fun if I'm a little bit more faded. You know what I'm saying?
It brings closer together if we're all drinking from the same place.
I mean that's the idea.
Right.
It's like when Netflix did that new thing during the quarantine where they're like made it to where you could watch stuff with other people.
Oh, bro,
we
still need to do that, Drew.
It's
We
like-
still
yeah.
we haven't done that shit.
Watch party. That's like it is.
Yeah,
It's drink party.
Those
That's
are fun.
actually what this kind of show is. You know what I'm saying?
The beer bring the people together.
It really does. You know what?
Exactly.
Well, we don't want to go too long. I can hear. So this, I'm gonna let you guys in on that personal life right now. Have you guys ever had a homemade pot pie?
No, I'm gonna say,
I don't know.
Bruh.
because like
If you
I
can
think-
get yourself someone to make you a homemade pot pie, go ahead and do that right
Is
now.
that what's happening right now?
Go ahead and do that.
You gotta go to dinner,
I'm
bruh.
getting these. I mean, this beers. I can smell this beers, right? But I can also smell this pot pie is coming through the door,
so he's
and I'm like,
got the incentive. He's like, yeah, I don't want to let this run too long.
I'm like that pot pies though. You know what I'm saying?
Burn
Is-
though. So good.
Don't want that pot to burn.
No. Well, it's not. I'm not making it. You know what I'm saying? I said if you can get somebody to make you one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If I can't
That's
get
the
a pop
key.
out of my head, I'm gonna have to text you and get.
Yeah, bro.
Bruh, I got a whole recipe. It's fire.
Oh,
But anyway.
shit.
Oh shit, what you grabbing? You grabbing ghosts?
No, I was trying to grab a.
He's grabbing ghosts.
Whoa.
Bruh.
Oh.
He's grabbing ghosts.
What did he do? This?
He did.
I
He
got
did.
ya.
Oh, all right. So hold on. Before we close out, I want to get you guys' thoughts on one thing.
Yeah.
All right. So Netflix has been releasing Netflix fucking content forever, right?
Sure.
They release something every week that usually catches somebody's attention. This past week, they released this show about that girl, Elisa Lim, that died in the
downtown
hotel in downtown LA, the Cecil Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Obviously, your boy has not watched it. I can
haven't.
see your face
Let's
right now.
go.
Okay, go ahead and watch this shit. Are you in the Cecil Hotel right now? Because, bro, you might want to leave.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, don't
I've
tell
been
me.
there.
Yeah, well, it's also called a Stay on Main as well. Cecil
Is it
Hotel and
hotels on Main Street?
It's like Main
Yeah.
and Fifth, I think, right?
yeah, it
Pretty
is.
sure my
It was
friends
one
got
street over
married
from your old apartment, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my friends got married there.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, you used to live in downtown LA?
Yeah, I used
It's
to live
downtown LA.
I used
Oh,
to live 6th and Spring.
Okay.
Dude, I used to live at Flower and 9th.
Oh, okay.
And then I also lived up in just past the freeway on Grand. Like,
Oh,
just
shit.
past the 101
Did you
on
go-
Grand, like outside of Chinatown and outside of downtown.
That's
But
cool-
did
that's
but
a
did you
cool
go to that
spot.
El Compadres a lot though?
Woo! There's so many fire spots down there. Oh man,
Yeah.
I meant like
Hold on. You gotta-
We're going on tangent. We're going on tangent.
Bruh, I just told you guys I'm hungry for this pot pies. Now you talking about the El Compadres? Like, goddamn.
Dude, okay.
Anyway.
Here's the thing. That video, that viral video, of that girl,
Is
okay,
nuts, bro.
it's crazy.
Have you seen the four episodes?
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen
Oh
the
my
show.
god, Drew.
It's creepy as
Drew.
fuck.
oh, so it's it's like a docu-series.
All right, so what happened was, this is why I brought it up. I moved to LA in 2011. This shit happened in 2013. I didn't realize that I was there when this shit happened.
Oh shit, I guess wait, I moved to LA in 2010.
Okay, so here we go. So a
Dude,
fucking
it
weird
was
ass
late.
creepy mystery murder thing happened when we moved to LA, right? You're getting your footing still because no one knows LA in a year or two. So,
No way.
yeah, bro, I was thinking about it. I was like, fuck. this girl just went up and died on this roof, and I didn't even I pinpointed where I was at the time when this shit happened, and I was definitely working on the show, and honestly, I mean, no disrespect, but I didn't give a fuck what was happening at all in LA. I was like, oh man, chick died. Oh man, big deal. But this shit's creepy as fuck.
Okay, so first off, I'm gonna tell you about this viral video.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this docuseries is based off of the viral video that went. It's about this girl. She's in the Cecil Hotel, and she's like doing some weird mannerisms and shit, and like going in and out of an elevator, like looking like doing this, like doing some crazy shit. Anyway,
she does a two-step on that shit. Do you see the two-step?
Yeah, she does some crazy weird shit. Anyway, she ends up dying, and they found her body somewhere. Anyway, you'll watch and see. But speaking of, I want to talk about that. But speaking of, the first year that I moved to LA, which was 2013, crazy.
Yeah.
There was a gang in Hollywood, like around Hollywood, that was doing a murder a day for 30 days to initiate their people. And I was like, I walk everywhere, and I walk at night, and now I'm like fucking terrified of this. Yeah, I lived in Hollywood, and I was like, fucking what? They're like, as soon as you move, like, cause you think about like, I came from a small town. You think about when you move to a big town, and like you hear about shit, like you hear about the crime and stuff.
When they're bigger, they're called cities.
You're right. You're right.
There you go.
You're right. This city. You calling me out. You calling me out.
There you go. Hold on. Where are you from?
They call boroughs.
Where are you from? Yeah.
I mean, like, I like
to
say
the other person that we're talking about.
I know, yeah, sorry, yeah. I like to say that I'm from the Bay. Technically, I grew up in, like, the Inland Empire in Moreno Valley until
the IE.
grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I lived there until 7th grade, and then I was in the Bay Area until 2010. So I spent the majority of my life in the Bay because I was there visiting anyways. My mom lived down here. My dad lived up there. So
makes sense. All right, Drew, talk about your towns.
So this big town that I'm talking about, Hollywood.
Big town.
Big town Hollywood.
Big dreams, you know what I'm saying?
So you think about like moving there, and all of a sudden, all this big crime wave is happening, and you can't do nothing about it. You don't know what to do about it or whatever. No. But the next year, like I moved downtown, 6th and Spring.
Yeah,
then the video gets released. Like the year that I moved downtown out of Hollywood, the video of this girl from a block away from me gets released. I'm like, holy shit, why everywhere? I can't escape it. I can't fucking escape.
Ryan, I'm telling you right now, go ahead and watch it. It's fucked up.
I mean, I guess I gotta.
4 hours of your life right there, bro. I just reserved.
I like to watch stuff while I work, so if it's something that I can just have on, that's kind of.
It's mostly dialogue, so you'll be good.
Yeah.
Watch the video part when in like episode 1 when they say, "Here's the video in full," and you're like, "Fuck!" And the video is 4 minutes long. All right.
Okay.
I think 2 minutes of it, she's not even in the video. It's like, bro, she communicating with some motherfuckers like not there for sure. But anyway, turns out, actually, I'm not gonna spoil for you.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Shit, Pat loves to spoil. Pat, he is the spoiler.
Accidentally spoil shit.
I'm the opposite. I don't even watch trailers.
Oh,
yeah,
bro!
I hate watching trailers.
Let me ruin WandaVision for you real quick. No.
I already watched all, hey, it's funny you say that. I just watched all the episodes today.
Did you?
I binged it.
See, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, Drew. I think I got some weird thing where we didn't know that we were gonna talk to you about Wanda. I didn't know I was gonna talk to you about WandaVision, but that shit, you've seen it all today, bruh. Yeah. WandaVision, I'm going to make this claim right now, and this is the last thing before we close out. I think WandaVision might be the best thing in the whole MCU.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
I'm not... Okay, I will say
it's
that
debatable.
Everything that they keep doing, I'm impressed by. Okay, so I don't watch trailers, but I can't stop it when commercials initially come on or whatever.
Yeah.
So I of course saw a couple scenes from WandaVision, from the trailers, before I skipped them or whatever. But so like initially, I'll just be honest. Initially, I thought like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about this show.
No.
Literally, I was like, and I didn't even get the fact that it was Wanda and Vision's name. I was like, WandaVision.
Clever as fuck, bro.
I was like, for some reason, that just boom right over my head. It was just like, and then like I forget when it clicked, but I was like WandaVision, and I was like, oh motherfucker. I was like, these fucking dicks. But
it's got a second meaning, and you're like,
it's got like 6.
What?
It's crazy.
I got earmuffs on my earmuffs.
Yeah, it was wild, man. It was wild. I mean, like, again, I won't go into any detail about the show, but I will. I mean, like, I think with how they're taking the directions and Jon Favreau sort of, being a part of a lot of the creative direction and how they're going to like lead into different things.
Yeah.
There's a cohesiveness now that, like they're just bringing to all aspects of Marvel. And now that Jon Favreau is transferring to Star Wars, obviously that's already started with The Mandalorian and how in-depth and everything that was. You know what I mean? Like every director had say on every episode, even though they weren't directing, all that stuff, like the community, the team, all that. Yeah. I think that's how the Marvel MCU is. And like, I just think that these next shows, like, I mean, like now that I've seen WandaVision and it surpassed everything I ever thought that it was going to be, I am now waiting for that Winter Soldier thing that I was like not stoked on.
March, right?
Winter Soldier and the Falcon. I was like,
yeah, I'm like whatever, but like
even though it was funny that they don't like each other, but they're like that whole banter
they're
thing.
Playing off Odd Couple type shit,
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
But like, it's like
that's cool. Now I'm just wondering, like, well, they're much like the movies. They're using all this stuff to intertwine it and introduce characters, bring in old characters, blah blah blah. So it's like, I just think it's cool to see where they're going. And like, honestly, I mean, even to loop it back in with like how they do things like that with so much of a like knowledge of things, and they know that people have watched other stuff, so they're implementing things there. I think that can be done across like all platforms for things like people that create cohesiveness in their brands and in their imagery and in their anything that they put out, that speaks to people through time. And like, that's what some of the most prominent streetwear brands that have been around for over a decade are still prominent because their community is strong behind them, much like the Marvel community. You know what I mean? The Marvel community is built in with people that already love it. And then you got all the people that don't even know about it that just like the movies.
Yeah.
So it's like you have that community aspect. And I think like for anything, I mean, especially going back into beer, you know what I mean? There are some breweries that literally create community around them. And like, that's what drives their fan base is like, we are all friends, like, and in a sense, like, I don't always love all the people that are there and this whole scene, but like the Monkish in LA or in Torrance, that scene was like one of the most tight knit, that like was around because like people were there consistently for releases. Everyone was friends, like anytime I met people there, it was always good. So like that community aspects really like brought people back. Like, oh man, if I go there, like I'll probably run into all the homies.
Yeah.
That can seriously drive a lot of places, like tap rooms being accommodating and like being somewhere you like to hang out can drive a community. Doing things within that community drives that. And so like, I think, keeping that together is what, keeps people coming back. And like now going back, that can transfer back into the movie. You know what I mean? Like like I said, I was not stoked on the WandaVision stuff because of what I saw, but I was like, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah. Like there was never a doubt in my mind that I was gonna watch the show. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be into this. And then it turns out like it's sick.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of where people can gather and watch some shit, tell us where we can find your shit and indies, and then we're gonna close out this bitch right now.
What do you, as far as like online and stuff?
So like yeah. So like where can we find like your art, and so if people want to see your art, and plus like where can people see indies stuff and if there's anything coming up, like what's going down with all that, and then we'll close this
So
out.
for me, I mean, you can find anything at just at Design on Draft. There's no like abbreviation. There's no anything. It's just that on pretty much anything. I have that on my Behance and everything else. But mostly, I mean, I just post to my feed, and you know, I'm gonna be taking a trip over to DC soon. So trying to like branch out and like meet some more people. So hopefully, I can start connecting more.
Nice.
I have a couple projects that I'm working on right now. I'm doing some branding for a brewery in LA that hasn't opened yet. So that's going to be one coming out at some point. And yeah, I'm also doing, some stuff for a mixed cocktail, like a canned cocktail line. I'm doing branding
cool.
and labels for them also. So those will both be on my feed.
Mm-hmm.
As far as indie, we are back open, limited capacity with our outdoor dining, Friday to Sunday, usually like 5 to 9, 1 to 6, something like that. We have all of our hours posted online always.
Mm-hmm.
And for them, I mean, like we're actually getting into a lot more stores because now we have two people that are handling distribution. Guardian handles our distribution inside of LA, and California Beverage, they handle our distribution like up north. So we're getting a lot more stuff up north, which is actually fun to see for me because they'll post
Bay Kid.
Yeah, exactly. They'll post like an Alameda store or a San Jose store that like has my cans, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, my friends in San Jose can find stuff. So, I mean, like, I'm trying to get us to update the website so that we have a location finder so you can see where our beer is and all that stuff. But, just check back on the page. Indie Brew Co. Is the Instagram. And as far as like us, we're back in brewing schedule. So we got a couple things coming up. I just did a label for cherry lime sour. That's probably
the Sonic collabo. You know what I'm saying?
I love the label. We actually made it because I think it was like 3 months ago now. I made the label because we were gonna brew the beer, and then with the second shutdown, kind of slowed down the process and spaced out where we were gonna brew things, and so that recipe just kind of fell by the wayside. And they just emailed me the other day, and they were like, "Hey, this is in the tank, so we're pushing through." I was like, yes. So that'll be coming. It's a label that I'm kind of excited about. I like it. It's one that isn't a reference to anything. It's kind of similar to the Voila, where it's very simple, has a lot to do with the pattern and the colors. And
there you go. The
direction I'm trying to take there, the sour cans that we do. I think like instead of having, because with indie, when I came into working with the brand, I came into an existing brand, not
up and coming one.
Right.
Yeah.
So they already had certain things established, but they also wanted to push the boundaries. And so I think with the different series, I'm trying to, sort of establish a look for each one instead of having the like we were talking about earlier, the standards. Instead of having that look be the look for every single can, even the seasonal ones, I want like, each aspect of the sours and the stouts and the other, it's like they can all sort of have their own look, but there's still things that bring them together cohesively. So that's where I'm trying to take the brand in the next, 6 months or so.
Well, we love that. You know what I'm saying? But with that, we got to thank you, Ryan Cassidy, and Indie Brew Co. Supporting the show, sponsoring this episode. It's been your boys, Pat Arts, Drew Pasley, and Ryan Cassidy on this joint.
Thank you guys for having me out. I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
All right, sick.
I'm gonna put in the good word. I'll talk to my friend Aaron, and I'll like connect you guys on email or something. So we'll get that.
You know what?
See that episode to see what he saw. See what he says.
Well, spread it all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like we were saying, it's a small community. It's just like the film community, bro. It's just like a big ass community that everyone thinks is huge, but it's actually really small. So go ahead and spread them words, bro.
my last thing I'll say for you guys, the one of the breweries that's on my radar now because of their art and what I hear about them is Non Sequitur beer.
Oh, I already hit them up.
Nice. Okay, good.
Yeah,
I've heard
yeah,
good
yeah.
things about them, and I've heard nice things about them too. But they haven't.
Oh.
They're not down.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I
They're not
think.
down.
I mean, like I haven't yet. I've yet to try their stuff. I just like I follow their designer, and I follow
Mhm.
each other. So
Yeah.
I started seeing a lot more of their stuff, and now I want to try their beers. But like,
too.
And I've heard them on a couple of podcasts. I thought, but
Well-
maybe not.
Well,
I wanna
that
throw
might have been when they was in an okay state. Like
Right.
I might have hit him up in a downslide. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, maybe.
it's okay
We'll see.
though. You know, it's okay. Well, you know,
We'll
you just
get
gotta
the
dangle
name.
that line out there, bruh. You know,
Right.
it's just. Yeah, if I showed you the spreadsheet of motherfuckers we hit up on this thing,
I can only imagine.
oh, don't even imagine.
Well, 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 good shit, you guys, and yeah, we'll have to set up another one sometime in the future for sure.
Hell
Sounds
yeah,
good, man, dude.
yeah, you and your boy.
Sure, yeah, we'll get a joint one for sure.
Oh fuck, that'd be
That'd
insane.
be dope.
Oh man, it would be. I don't know if you guys can handle that.
I don't know if you can handle it if I get too paid. So. All right, dude. Well, thanks for and thanks your boy for joining us. You know,
Thank you,
double
boy.
guest. You know, little Pee Wee. You know what I'm saying?
No problem. She loves it.
She does. Look at that. Oh, she having a good time. Tongue out, everything. Ear back.
All right, you
tail
guys.
wagging.
You
Later.
guys have a
Thank
good
you.
rest of your night, right?
All right,
Yeah, you too. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Bye.